Let me tell y'all this right now. Some of the nicest people you ever want to meet in your life are covered in tattoos and piercings. And some of the most judgmental people you ever want to meet in your life, like these bitches from this morning, go to church every Sunday. Let me tell y'all a little story about how my 87-year-old grandma, my nanny, the one that loves me more than life itself, curbed a bitch this morning just for her little grandbaby, okay? So about once a month, every month, my nanny and like, I don't know, like 9 of her 90-year-old church friends all go out to eat for brunch, okay? And normally they like to bring at least 1 or 2 of their grandkids because all the old ladies want to know how their love life is, what they're doing for a living, you know, this, that, and the other. Because they come from that generation that if you're like not married by 30, you are a complete failure at life and you really shouldn't be here anymore. So me having to compete with one of their grandkids who's a lawyer and the other grandkid who's like going to become a doctor, and I tell Joe Biden jokes on stage and yell at a telephone for a living, that's not exactly thriving in their book. They don't understand social media. But also the fact that I'm like 32 years old and not married, that sucks because they eat my ass alive on that. So I called up a girl hoping that she'd be my date for this little brunch thing tomorrow. Now the girl that I called up, my nanny absolutely adores. My nanny has been begging me for years to marry this girl and give her great grandbaby. So my nanny was all excited about it. I didn't tell her that it was just kind of for the day, but anyway, nanny's excited. We go to brunch, all right? And we're sitting there with like 9 of them, and the age range of these women are like from 80 to 250. Like they sign their checks in hieroglyphics. They really do. And I'm sitting there, all right? And they're going around the table and they're gossiping, and we've been there for like 2 hours already. And I'm starting to get a really bad headache because I don't give a single flying fuck about anything that these old bitches are talking about. Okay, so I politely turned to my date and I said, would you mind driving home? Because I can't do this sober. She goes, absolutely, I'll drive home. Go ahead and get you a drink. So to be classy, I ordered me a mimosa. After I drank that first mimosa, I realized very quickly that that's not strong enough for what I'm about to do. Okay, so I ordered a beer. Now we were there for another hour, y'all. In that hour's time, I had drank 2 beers, all right? 2 beers. And the waitress came back around to the table and she was like, is there anybody need anything else before I bring the check? Well, I asked the waitress, because I know that we're fitting to be here for at least another 30 minutes. I said, can I get 1 more beer, ma'am? I was just nice as I can be. As soon as I said that, this bitch, Miss Martha, who is everybody's least favorite person in the church, okay? She's one of these women who has got to have attention on her. Like, she wears Kentucky Derby hats and shit to church for no reason at all. It'd be 150 degrees outside. She looked like she's fitting to run a damn race at Kentucky Derby. It's terrible, really. She looked like Joe Biden's wife. It's fucking hideous, okay? But anyway, she looks over at me and she goes, what did you just say, Zach? And I said, well, I just asked for 1 more beer. And she goes, Zachary, isn't that your 3rd beer this morning? I went to go open my mouth to say something to her, which I was going to be polite. About the time that I opened my mouth, Nanny's hand slapped over my mouth. It was like, I looked at Nanny, and Nanny looked straight at Miss Martha. And she goes, Martha, isn't that your 3rd husband? Nanny stood up, grabbed her damn purse, pulled her wallet out, pulled 3 $100 bills out, flicked them in Martha's face, and said, come on, Zach, hey, y'all bitches, today's on me, and we walked out the door. Nanny is a damn legendary savage. I do not even deserve to be in her presence, but I'm still learning things. Nanny, I appreciate you taking care of me. I know that you're going to be watching this video and stuff, and I'm sorry for cussing, but shit.